title, I am going to be doing a 17 makeup review and haul video. I have things here in my box that I ordered from Boots. Basically 17 is a brand in the UK where everything is £5 or under. So it is a super affordable brand, and I just wanted to get some of the things and try them out. Also, at the time of purchase, there was an offer where if you spent over £5, you got a free mirror. The offer is still on, so it just looks like that. I'm going to start by showing you the things, and then after that I will do a mini review of the products. I got were two eyeshadow palettes. This eyeshadow palette I'm actually wearing today. It looks like that. And this is in 020 pinks. And then I also got this one. I'm not going to talk too much about this one just because it is a limited edition, so I don't know if this is still available or not. This is in 060 reds. I'm going to write in the description all of the prices of the products. Next I got three lipsticks. So I got two cream lipsticks. The first one is in the shade 030 Dusty Rose. Packaging just looks like that. The second colour I got in the same formula is in 050 Bright Pink. Looks like that. And that's what it looks like swatched. And then the third lipstick that I got is in the shade 030 Dusty Pink, and this is a different formula. This is the matte formula. It's that one right there. So they were the three lipsticks that I got. I then got two lip glosses. The first lip gloss I got is in the shade 050 Electric Pink. And that's what it looks like swatched there. And then the second lip gloss I got is in the shade 080 Violet, one of my favourite colours. Then I got some face products. I got the 17 Ultimate Look Finishing Powder in the shade 010, which is the lightest shade, and it just looks like that. Just a pressed powder. And then I got the 17 Glow is Everything CC Cream in the shade 001N, which again is the lightest shade. Then I got the 17 Light Reflecting Liquid Highlighter, looks like that, in the shade 020 Rose, and I'll swatch that for you. Right there. Then I got a powder blush in the shade 030 Plum Blossom. And I really like the colour of this, and that's what it looks like. I will swatch this also. That's it there. Then I got a 17 eyeshadow pop in the shade 060 Plum, which is right there swatched. And then I got a 17 powder pigment in the shade 020 Light Pink, and I'm going to try and swatch this without making a mess. I'm also running out of space on my hand. That's what that looks like there. So they were everything that I purchased, and show you all the things and the swatches. And now I can get on with the review part. Start with the eyeshadow palettes. Primarily looking at this eyeshadow palette because I haven't used this eyeshadow palette, and as I said in the haul video, I don't want to talk about it too much because it is limited edition, so I don't know if it's still available. All of the products I am wearing on my face today. I am wearing the first two rows of eyeshadows, and I'll swatch a couple of the colours for you to see. So there are two of the colours out of the eyeshadow palette there. And this was quite a good palette. There was quite a lot of fallout, I did notice when I was applying it, but overall it was quite good, and this is what the colours look like. So I think this palette would be very complimentary if you had green eyes, and I liked how compact it was. Surprisingly, I was actually quite impressed with every single one of the colours that I used. Granted, I didn't use any of the colours today from that bottom row, but these two mini sections within the palette I did use, and I was quite impressed with all the colours. So my one drawback would be the amount of fallout within the palette, and It was a little bit powdery and chalky, but it still performed fine. So that was the first thing. Probably give this 4 out of 5 stars because it was quite good, but if you can see, the sizes of the individual colours are quite small, and I've only used them a couple of times and I have already made quite a big indentation in them, so I'm not sure how long they would last. So that's why I'm going to give this 4 out of 5 stars, but I would repurchase this again. So that was the first thing. The second thing we'll talk about are the face products, so the blush, the powder and the CC cream. Now this is the CC cream and this is in the lightest shade, which is 001N, and I was really excited to try this because I am incredibly pale. So not a lot of foundations or makeup ranges that do face products have a shade that is light enough for me, and also it was under £5, and overall this was quite good. This is I found this to be a light to medium coverage product, which I think when you're looking at a CC cream you can't always expect CC creams to be full coverage. I know there are some that are full, but typically a CC cream isn't full coverage. In terms of the shade, I will swatch it for you. I am wearing it today. That is what it looks like swatched. So it is a pretty pale product. In terms of the actual shade, it's quite good. I would say it is a tiny bit too dark, maybe half a shade dark, but it's not noticeable, especially when I put blush and other makeup products on. It's fine. It is something that I did realise when I was wearing it the other day, and I suppose being quite analytical about it. Formula and application, it's got quite a nice formula in terms of it's not too runny and it's not too thick, and I did find it blended out on the skin quite well. It also has an SPF of 15 in case anyone is curious, and apparently it also has hyaluronic acid. So yes, would I repurchase this? I think for the price I would indeed repurchase this. Do I think it's the most amazing CC cream out there? No, probably not. Do I think it's really good for the price? Yes, 100%. Next up is the 17 Ultimate Look finishing powder in, again, the lightest shade, which is 010, and I really like this. I think this was about £2 or £3. This is really good. It's just a standard looking powder, but this was really good. I found once I applied this, it didn't go cakey and it just smoothed out everything. I don't know if it would go cakey if you used a lot of it. I imagine like any powder, if you use too much you will look cakey. I would repurchase it, and again I also appreciate the fact that this range has quite pale shades for someone like me who struggles to find shades that are light enough for them. So they were the two face products. Then I got this, which is the 17 powder blush edit in the shade 030 Plum Blossom, looks like that. And I got this because I really like the colour of it. I thought that for a more affordable brand you don't often see a plum tone blush. It's not the most conventional colour to see at a range that is so affordable, and as you guys know, I love purples, I love plums, I love those kind of toned colours. So I picked it up and I'll swatch it again for you. I'm running out of space on my hand. It's not a very good swatch, but there, it's quite sheer. And now at first I was really mixed about that. It's going to be so sheer, you're not going to see it, it's not going to be very good. But actually, once I applied it, I did find that it was noticeable, and I think I preferred it being a bit more sheer because of the fact that it was buildable. So I like that. I would definitely repurchase that again. Thought that was really good. I'll mention it now because I forgot to show you this. I also picked up the 17 full definition brow pencil in the shade 010 Ash Blonde, and it's what I'm wearing on my eyebrows today. I forgot to show this in the haul because it was hiding in the box so I couldn't see it. But yes, this is what it looks like. It has a brush on one end and then the pencil on the other, and this was £3.50. I will do a swatch for it. That's it right there. At first, when I got this product, I did not like it because I don't know if you could tell from the swatch, but to get any colour payoff, you have to apply a lot of pressure onto it for you to get any kind of colour. and even with that it's still quite fair. I didn't like that at first. Then when I actually came to apply this in my eyebrows, I quite liked that I had to use a heavier hand because it meant that it was more of a controlled effect on the eyebrow, so it was buildable, and I also felt like it gave me a nice result. I'm still not too sure how durable this is because it's quite a fine pencil there, so I'm not sure how much pressure you could actually put on this before it would snap. That's my only one concern. But this product surprised me because at first I didn't like it. From applying it and wearing it for a couple of days, I do quite like this and I think I would repurchase this, definitely. So next up I have 3 lipsticks. Now I'll talk about something that I didn't like and that confused me actually at first. So this is a cream lipstick, it looks like this, and this is in the shade Dusty Pink, and then this is a matte lipstick and it's also in the shade Dusty Pink. These are 2 separate colours completely. I understand they're different formulas, but these are 2 separate colours entirely, if you can see. So I don't know why this is called Dusty Pink and this is called Dusty Pink when they're 2 separate colours. To me, this is correct in calling it Dusty Pink, and that is that one swatched. And then this one is also called Dusty Pink, which is that one swatched on my hand. That is more of a baby pink, so this should be called baby pink instead of Dusty Pink. Now that I've had my little rant, I'll get on with talking about the formula. The cream lipsticks have quite a nice formula. I am wearing this one with a lip gloss over it today. They feel quite balmy on the lips. I will be honest, I did find this colour did cling to any dry patches I had on my lips. I don't know if it's just this particular colour or if that's something that's synonymous with all the colours in this range. But I did find that. Would I repurchase this? I would repurchase the cream lipstick formula. I don't know if I would repurchase this shade. I do like it, I just don't feel like it suits me that well. And then this lipstick, which is the other one in the cream formula, and this is in the shade 050 Bright Pink, and it's that one. Really like this colour. This even feels on the lips more balmy than the previous colour, but I really like this. I did have a bit of a problem with this lipstick, which I'll show you. So when I first got this lipstick and I went to swatch it, the whole lipstick fell out. I don't know if you can see, it's not even with how it's been put back in. It completely fell out, so I had to try and put the lipstick back in the container, and that did annoy me a little bit because this was brand new and it was already broke. That could happen with any lipstick, so I'm not gonna necessarily hold that against it, but the packaging does feel quite cheap, so because of that I don't know how durable the packaging actually is. But I just wanted to tell you all that so you know. That could happen with any lipstick, but I just wanted you to know and to see that it's not been put in correctly because this whole lipstick bullet completely fell out. But that aside, it is a nice lipstick and a really nice formula, and again, that's it swatched. I think out of these 2, surprisingly, I would actually repurchase the Bright Pink. That's not a colour I thought I would want to repurchase, but I quite like this colour on and I really like the formula. And the other lipstick I got to try was the 17 matte formula in Dusty Pink. I really like this colour. I think this would be a really pretty everyday colour. Although it's matte, I didn't find it to be too drying on the lips. I did find again it did cling to some of the dry patches on the lips. I think that's just something I'm noticing with the lighter colours within this range with the lipsticks, that the lighter colours just seem to want to cling to the dry patches of the lips. Probably wouldn't repurchase these 2 lipsticks. So then we have the lip glosses that we'll talk about. So they're swatched there, as you can see. So we'll start with the shade 050 Electric Pink. Swatched it. Looks like that. And then we also have the shade 080 Violet, which looks like that. These are very nice. I quite like these. They're quite a sticky, thick formula, which I like. I don't think a lot of people will like these, but I really like these. When you apply them, you don't get a lot of product on the brush, so you do have to apply the brush with the product on more than once. I will wear them both and use them both, but I will just repurchase this colour, not this colour. They smell quite nice. They have kind of a fruity, vanilla-y smell. So this is the 17 Light Reflecting Liquid Highlighter in the shade 0 Rose. I swatched it there for you all. This was, I believe this was £4.50, and I really like this. It looks like that, and this levelled over foundation quite well, and also I did use this under makeup and it did give a very nice overall glow to the face. You only need a tiny bit of this, so this does go quite a long way. I would repurchase this, specifically in this shade. Then is the 17 eyeshadow in 060 Plum, and I picked this up because I love purples and plums, and this is what I look like. I swatched it there, and I'm also wearing this today. I think it's a nice colour. I'm going to use it probably as a eyeliner type product. Would I repurchase this? This was only £2. However, I probably wouldn't repurchase this just because I have similar shades in other eyeshadow palettes. It's not overly pigmented, but it's pigmented enough to where it serves its function as an eyeshadow. I just wouldn't actively repurchase this, and I don't think this is necessarily a standout product within the range. Then lastly, I have the 17 powder pigment in the shade 020 light pink, and I believe this was £2.50. And why I picked this up was, and this reminds me very much of the MAC pigments. I have applied it as an eyeshadow topper and it is very pretty. Also, you could use this as a highlight shade in general. So I think for £2.50, this is brilliant. Would I repurchase it? I think I would repurchase it. I think it'll take me a long time to use it up, so I don't think I have to worry about repurchasing it anytime soon. But I would indeed repurchase it. Would probably just repurchase this colour. I don't really have a desire to try any of the other shades, and similar to more expensive products. My little mini rundown review / haul of 17 makeup. I just really wanted to try it and share my thoughts on it because it's quite an affordable brand, so I thought it'd be quite accessible to a lot of different people with a lot of different budgets. There were a couple of products that I wouldn't repurchase, but overall I would repurchase almost everything. This was just my opinion and my experience using these products. You might use these products and have completely different opinions and completely different thoughts. But overall, I really like the products, and I will definitely, once I've used them, look to this brand. So yes, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I'll speak to you all in my next video. So until then, goodbye guys.